He came to his hometown and began to teach the people in their synagogue, so that they were astounded and said, "Where did this man get this wisdom and these deeds of power? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And are not his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And are not all his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all this?" And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, "Prophets are not without honor except in their own country and in their own house." And he did not do many deeds of power there, because of their unbelief.
Picture this. Jesus returns to Nazareth, his hometown. These aren't strangers, these are people who watched him grow up, who knew his family, who probably bought furniture from Joseph's carpentry shop. When Jesus begins teaching in their synagogue, they're absolutely astounded by his wisdom and miraculous powers. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of celebrating, they start questioning. Isn't this just the carpenter's son? We know his mother Mary, his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. His sisters live right here among us. So where did all this come from? Do you hear what's happening? Their familiarity becomes their stumbling block. This is so relevant to our lives today. How often do we dismiss someone's potential because we think we know their story? How often do we limit God's work because it doesn't fit our expectations? The people of Nazareth couldn't see past Jesus' ordinary background to recognize the extraordinary grace working through him. But here's what really strikes me. Jesus responds with that famous saying, "Prophets are not without honor except in their own country and in their own house." He's not bitter or angry. He's simply acknowledging a painful truth about human nature. Sometimes the people who should support us most are the ones who struggle to see our growth and calling. And then comes the most sobering line. He did not do many deeds of power there because of their unbelief. Think about that. It's not that Jesus couldn't perform miracles, it's that their lack of faith created a barrier. Faith isn't just about believing in God's power, it's about creating space for that power to work. What does this mean for us? First, let's examine our own hearts. Are there people in our lives whose potential we're limiting because we think we know their whole story? Are we so focused on someone's past that we can't see God's future for them? Second, when we face rejection or doubt from those closest to us, remember Jesus experienced this too. Your calling doesn't need validation from everyone who knew you before. Sometimes God calls us to step beyond the limitations others place on us. Finally, let's be people of faith who create space for God's miracles. When we approach others with expectant faith rather than limiting assumptions, we become partners in God's transformative work. The people of Nazareth missed out on witnessing incredible miracles because they couldn't see beyond the familiar. Don't let familiarity blind you to the extraordinary ways God wants to work in and through the ordinary people around you, including yourself.